Welcome back to this channel. In our last video, we explored the types of measures of variation, highlighting their differences and focusing in detail on the two absolute measures of variation, range and standard deviation. So we discussed how to compute these measures of variation from raw and grouped data, and we examined their real-world applications and implications. Today, in this video, we move from absolute to relative measures, which allow us to compare data sets more effectively across different scales. Specifically, we will cover relative range and coefficient of variation. Stay with me. Okay, let us begin. Relative range is computed by this formula, where the numerator is the range, right, and the denominator, which is the sum of the two extreme largest and smallest values in our data set, where L is nothing but the largest and S is smallest observation in our data set. Provided this formula, let us try to solve some problem related to this concept. For instance, if we are given the range value and relative range, easily we can solve the value of the largest and the smallest values in our data set. Let us see how can we solve this problem. Right, what the question is: finding smallest and largest value. Solution begins from requiring the formula for relative range. Relative range is nothing but, right, range over the sum of the two extreme values, right? Now relative range is given by 0.25. This range is given by 4, right? From this by cross, and we obtain this equation. L plus S is 16, because 0.5 is 1 over 4 here. Then 4 by 4, 16. Then this ratio becomes to this linear equation. And we know that range is given by the discrepancy value of the largest and the smallest. From this, the range value is given by 4, right? So from these two formulas, from R and RR, we come up with two equations with two unknown variables. The one possible equation is L minus S, which is 4. L plus S is equals to 16. This is nothing but system of linear equations, right, from which we can solve L and S simultaneously, right? From this we sum these values, which is cancelled out because the same variable with different sign. Then we come up with 2L 20. Then L becomes 10, right? The largest value in our data set will be 10, and the smallest one is 6. From this equation, the solution value are given by this one. Now let us proceed to the second relative measure of variation, which is coefficient of variation, which is denoted by CV, which is computed or defined using this formula. In the CV formula, there are two summary statistics: standard deviation and the arithmetic mean. We multiply this ratio by 100 to express CV in terms of percentage. That percentage value is interpreted as a distribution with smaller CV is said to be more consistent or less variable. right? Now let us see one example based on this CV formula. An analysis of monthly wages paid to workers in two firms A and B. We do have series of data values on workers' wages. These two firms are firms from the same, maybe the same industry or different industry. And we do have here wages of workers from firm B. But it is difficult to talk with these all individual values. What the solution is summarizing this data set from A and from B in terms of standard deviation and arithmetic mean. Then through these computations and their derived formulas, we can answer this question: in which firm is the greater variability in wages? Is the question here. To answer this question, we make use of CVs, right? We calculate CV values for each firms, right? We calculate CV for firm A, right? CV A is nothing but SA over arithmetic mean for A firms. But the variance, this one, is given here in our summary table, right? We change into standard deviation by taking square root of S square, right? This is S square, but we have to transform into standard deviation before computing the CV values for each firms. So we take the square root of 100 in computing the coefficient of variation for A. The same is true. The coefficient of variation for B employees by this formula. Then we come up with these values in percentage. So which firm is with smaller CV value is nothing but firm A, right? Which is 19.05%. Therefore, firm A is more consistent because the coefficient of variation for A is less than coefficient of variation for B. In contrast, firm B shows greater variability. In general, let us see the important recap of these two concepts. Relative range compares spread relative to extremes, as the formula talks about, which is nothing but range which compares spread relative to the sum of the two extremes, right? And the second recap is about coefficient of variation. CV compares spread relative to the mean, useful across different scales, right? CV is nothing but the ratio of spread to the arithmetic mean, which is expressed in terms of percentage. This one is spread measure within the data set. This one is arithmetic mean. So CV is nothing but spread relative to the mean, right? These both relative measures of variation are essential for comparing data sets in exams and other real-world applications. Thank you for staying with me.